Hey family, it's the Beresfords, and we have officially made it to Thailand.
Yes.
It's super hot out here, but we're loving every bit of it.
Y'all, it has been a debacle getting here, but we made it, okay? In today's episode, we're talking about how we got through the whole process of flying, traveling with a pet, packing and repacking, and we even spent a little bit of time in New York with some family and friends. So we'll tell you a little bit about that too.
Awesome.
Friends, woo! In the last 24 hours, we have completely done a number in our townhome. Check this out.
We did it, man. We did it. Did it. First leg of the trip, New York. And then next Sunday, we on our way to Thailand. Yes, sir.
It has been a day. We have been trying to get on our flight since 1 o'clock today. It's about 6 o'clock.
All right, so let's pause right here.
Yeah.
This part of the trip was very stressful because we're traveling with our pet, and there were things that we didn't really know about travel accommodations for our pet.
It was a little intense. So we traveled on Southwest to New York, and when we got to the airport, we learned that the carrier that we had for our pet was not the proper carrier because it was too big to fit underneath the seat. My bad. But here's how it went down, y'all. So Dean was in charge of parking our car at a parking lot at the airport so that I can make sure that we started getting checked in and got our dog situated. Well, while he was on his way doing that and on his way back in the shuttle from the parking garage, I learned that the whole crate thing was the issue. So what we had to do was, well, this is crazy, we had to load all of our luggage back into the shuttle. We ended up getting in the wrong shuttle first and had to get off that shuttle and then load onto the right shuttle. And then we got to the garage place and had to pay when we were only parked there for maybe like 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. We told them our situation, they didn't care. We still had to pay for a day of parking. Annoying. So then we got the car and then we had to go find a crate at the pet store. So then we ended up having to get lunch because we were literally going through it, okay? And so we get the crate, having to go back to the airport now just to check and make sure that the crate was like proper size for the flight. So I had to bring the pet upstairs with the crate to the ticketing counter just to get a yay from them. Once we got the yay, we got back in the car, took the car back to the parking lot. I ended up getting the Groupon because I was not trying to pay for a day of parking like the regular rate again. It was just too much. So we ended up parking the car. Then we had to load all of our and the dog with the new crate onto the shuttle, the right shuttle, to get to the airport, to get all of the, like, it was insane. Oh, and not to mention that there was like, the first time we got to the airport, we were actually super early, which was great. We were on time for our flight, but ended up having to get rebooked to a later flight. And we couldn't leave our bags the first time we were at the airport because it was too early to check in for the later flight. So that is why we had to keep struggling back and forth with the dog and our bags in Atlanta. And if you've ever been to ATL Airport, you know that is crazy.
Yeah, it was an overall stressful experience.
Yeah.
We were supposed to leave at 1 o'clock
Yep.
and then get to leave till 6 o'clock. So, yeah.
It was 8. Was it 8?
It was 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah, 6 o'clock
was
was the check time,
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, so between 1 to 8, we were stressing a little bit, but we made it.
Mm-hmm.
So for future references and for anybody else that's traveling with a pet, please, please, please double, triple check your requirements for your crate and make sure that your dog is even the right size to get on the plane, because they tried to give us a little hell about that too. So even if you have to go to the airport the day before and make sure with the people at the ticketing counter, just make sure, because it will make your trip that less stressful, just knowing that you're coming prepared for that whole process.
Yeah, we'll never do that again.
All right, back to the show.
Jim's first flight. Jam on. You okay? Good girl. cold out here. Good, baby. We are making our way through Brooklyn, y'all. What a trek. So, got through that whole debacle and made it to NYC to hang out with some family and friends for a week. We had a great time, even though it's cold in New York. I'm a New Yorker. I'm not used to it. I never get used to it. But we did have fun.
Yeah, we did.
What did we do, babe?
Man, we, like you said, got to see some family and friends.
Yeah.
We got to eat good.
We did.
We went to this very popular pizza spot called Margarita's. It's something that she put me on to a couple years ago, and like it's my favorite pizza spot. Every time we go to New York, we have to go there.
Yeah. If you're in Queens, you know about Margarita's. If you've never been to Queens for Margarita's Pizza on Jamaica Avenue, please pop over. Pizza's been lit since 1950s, I think. I can't even remember when they opened, but it's the same small little pizza shop, and the pizzas are fire.
Right, the plain cheese.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need none of that other stuff on there.
They're all
It's
perfect.
cool.
Yeah.
But the plain Jane cheese
Is it?
is it for sure.
So we knew that we were going to spend a week in New York, so we actually packed accordingly. And I know we didn't get to do a whole packing video, but here's the gist of it. We had a carry-on bag, a book bag, and a large suitcase, a check bag. There we go.
So both of us had both of those.
Yes. And then we had a bag for our dog because she was going on her own little journey. And so what we did was we packed the carry-on. There we go. Packed the carry-on bags for New York specifically. We knew we would only be there for a week, and we didn't want to have to touch our big bags to go back and forth through where the clothes were. So we ended up packing all of our like winter clothes in the carry-on bag so that we would only focus on that while we were in New York. And I think that was a really, really smart thing to do.
Yeah. One less thing we had to worry about.
Absolutely. And so we were able to not touch our check bag and keep all of our Thailand clothes together and separated. And then we ended up leaving our clothes that we wore in New York at my mom's house. Shout out to her. Thanks, Mom. And we were able to take some of the things that we had in our Thailand bag that was a little overweight and now transfer it over to the carry-on bag so that now we have both bags set for Thailand by the time we were leaving New York. That was a great tip. So if you're in between, you're traveling to another space before you get to your destination, just think about how you want to pack. Also, packing cubes are super duper helpful. They help to organize the clothes so that you're just looking for the cube that has the things in it and you're not rummaging through all the rolled or folded clothes that you have in your suitcase. Try to use packing cubes. They help you to organize your things within the suitcase. See you later, okay, Jim? Thanks, y'all. We love you, girl.
Best trip ever.
All right, baby, you ready?
We are at the airport
You made it.
at JFK, about to board. We're waiting on our zone to be called. They're on zone 3, we're on zone 4, so we're just patiently waiting.
Yeah,
And yeah, man, it's about to go down. We're about to
we did it.
be on this plane to Thailand.
It's been a crazy day. We're pretty exhausted, but we ate good. And we had all great friends and family. And yeah, we're doing this.
Got to see Jim one last time.
Oh,
Shout out to our dog. Yeah, she's about to be in DC living it up and making friends. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah. Shout out to our friends for holding us down. Thanks
Yes.
to everyone for all the support. We're super excited and hopeful, and we can't wait to see what comes of it.
Yep. You already know what time it is. It's the Beresfords. We're signing off.
We'll see y'all soon.
We are on the plane, about to make this move. So, let's talk about the flight to Thailand.
Yeah. 2 flights to Thailand.
Yeah, so the first leg of the flight was 17 hours.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, we flew from New York to Taipei, Taiwan. That was 17 hours. Lucky for us, we were able to sleep majority of the flight. We put in about 10 hours of sleep. And we did that by making sure that we exhausted ourselves the day of the flight.
Yeah.
Because our flight was at midnight.
Yeah.
So we did everything we could in New York. Went to saw people, had some drinks, parlayed, kicked it. So by the time we got to the airport, we were cooked.
Exhausted. Yeah. I don't even remember like the plane going up or anything.
Yeah, as soon as that
We
thing
were
pulled off the tarmac, and I felt the plane kind of wobble. It felt like I was in the car, and I was gone before we even took off.
10 hours later.
Yeah. 10-hour play, woke up to a nice plate of food. I was able to, we were able to play video games. We watched House of Dragons, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We watched that for
few episodes.
Yeah, watched a few episodes.
We
of
didn't
that.
even realize that they had Wi-Fi on the flight. We could have definitely used the Wi-Fi, but I mean, we were literally out.
The goal was to sleep.
Yeah,
so
it was perfect.
Mission accomplished.
Just a tip, fly with time. So I try to book our flights so that they are leaving at the latest, quote, unquote, like the latest time, so like 11 p.m. or midnight or 1 a.m. so that you don't go to sleep the day that you've woken up. So we woke up Saturday morning and we didn't go to sleep until we were on the flight, which meant that we took the whole day by storm and we were so exhausted that we got to sleep for most of that 17-hour flight. So 17 hours sounds crazy, but when you naturally are sleeping for 8 to 10 hours, you basically wake up and you're like, oh, it's a long flight, but 7 hours is not that bad.
Also, free wine on the flight.
Yeah, free
so
wine.
We definitely partook in that and made sure that we did everything we needed to do to stay sleepy.
Little red wine goes a long way.
Exactly.
So then we got to Taiwan, and it's like 6-7 a.m. there, and we had a 5-hour layover in Taiwan. Their airport is pretty alright. It's pretty decent. It didn't get busy until later, but I think Dean and I literally walked the entire airport.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we made it to Taipei, Taiwan. We are here, almost there. 17 hours later. That flight was not bad. We slept for like 10 hours, and here we are. How you feeling, baby? Woo.
Happy to be able to move my legs.
It's a lot going on here. It smells so good in this airport. I'll show y'all.
Circled about 3 times. So all the restaurants, all the designer stores. We even got to do some calligraphy. You don't see that.
Yeah, my calligraphy was not the same level of Dean's calligraphy, but it was still awesome. It was a great experience. It was nice that they had activities in the airport that you could just stop and do to take some time off your hands. They had a lounge area that we got to chill in for a little bit, charge our phones, and just get some rest and get off our feet. And what I love about traveling internationally is that everyone's carts are free. In the US, you gotta pay for the carts, with the luggage carts. Well, they have smaller ones, even the bigger ones in international airports, but the smaller ones are free. So we didn't have to carry things around the entire time that we had our layover. We got to just like roll through the airport and check out all the stores and the luxury, designer items. We didn't buy anything, but we did eat good and we got to chill. It was a great experience. Anything else about Taiwan?
We came, we saw, we left.
We left. And then we had a 4-hour flight, 4-hour flight from Taiwan to Thailand. So that wasn't bad at all. I think we did sleep on that flight as well, didn't we?
Slept again.
Yeah.
Had a
nice lunch.
a little fish meal, fish, rice, and vegetables.
That was good.
And yeah, slept on that flight too.
It was perfect.
So the key to getting through these long flights is to sleep.
Yeah.
So if you have a hard time sleeping on planes, woe to you, because it's going to be a process. But if you don't have a problem sleeping, you should be fine.
And I'm not even a sleeper, y'all, but I was out. I mean, I was so tired. You're traveling through so many time zones. Your body is just naturally like, where am I? What's going on? Let me just relax. So make sure you carry your airplane pillow, because that is important. They give you blankets and like eye masks and things like that on a flight. I like packing our slipper socks so that we can take our shoes off and be comfortable in some warm socks so that our feet won't be cold on the flight. There's tons of things depending on which airline you take, but just make sure you bring whatever makes you comfortable. That's the key. Be comfortable.
Right.
And dress comfortable. Like stretchy everything.
And you can also pay for that first class. First class, they have the seats that go all the way back. It's almost like a bed.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't do first class, but we made it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can't handle being upright in the economy, then just pay the price for first class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know somebody who actually did that and they didn't regret paying for it.
Yeah.
So teach his own.
We're not. We did it.
Hey friends, we made it to Bangkok.
We're here, we are in taxi heading to our hotel.
Yeah,
It's hot out here.
it's very hot outside. It's rush hour, so it's gonna take us a little bit to get there. But we're excited.
So
this starts our journey. Keep you guys posted, and we made it safely. Thank God.
Day one.
Next week we will be going into our first week here. We got a lot of really cool content for you guys.
We're going to be talking about what we did on week 1. We visited some temples, we ate some great food, we walked around a bit. We're going to give you insight into what Bangkok is looking like here. And if there's anything else you want to see or anything else you want us to explore, make sure you drop it in the comments so that we can get that content as well. We'll keep you guys posted on our adventures. We literally only booked our hotel for 7 days. So stay tuned to figure out where we're going next after Bangkok. We might be here for another week. We might not. We don't know. We don't know, but we're making it work. In between working and having fun, we're going to figure all of that out.
Make sure you tune in every Thursday for new content.
Don't forget to follow, share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit us on Instagram at It's the Beresfords as well, and TikTok. Just follow us everywhere, okay? Tap it. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.